He just, he called me and he said, I've got somebody I want you to meet. And I didn't know what to expect. I had no idea. At his age, he's never brought a girl home to introduce me. But then when I see him get out of the car, you know, I looked at her and I said, phew, you know. I'm safe.
Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella.
The minute I met him, I knew there wasn't any question. He was, you know what I liked about David? Immediately. He said to me, and I'll never forget this because it's the very first thing he ever said to me. When we were sitting on the couch, he said, you can ask me anything at all about me, and there's absolutely nothing that I won't tell you the truth about. Well, right away, I knew this boy was okay.
Jeepers creepers.
She was very close to my father when she was little. One day, he was visiting, and he, as I said, he was ill, so he went in to take a nap, as he always did in the afternoon. And he went into Stacy's room to lie down. Soon she said, I want to go in and color in my room. And so I said, well, Guppy is laying down taking a nap, so just be quiet when you go in so you don't disturb him. I won't disturb him. So she goes in, and she's very quiet. We never hear a sound. And about, 10 minutes later, she comes out, and she goes right about her business, goes back over to play with her toys, and never says a word. And about, 15 minutes later, we hear a noise, and we don't know what that is. We think, what in the world is that? And my mother and I both turn at the same time, and we see my father standing in the doorway. And he's wrapped from head to toe in toilet tissue. And he's just standing there, and his arms are down to his side. He can't move. He's just wrapped up, and you can just see his eyes and his mouth. And Stacy just looking at him, and she's not saying anything. And he says, I think I'm sick. The thing is, she had been in there, and she thought, well, Guppy's sick, so I will fix him. And she wrapped him up in toilet paper. She was healing him, you see, and making him better.
Jeepers creepers, where did you get those peepers? Oh, those weepers.
She was outgoing. She pretty much called the shots.
With her friends or just in general?
No, with me.
Fairy tales can come true.
He was maybe 4 years old, and he was outside playing in the summer, and he says, if I have to pee, do I have to come in the house? And I said, no, you can pee out back. There was all kinds of trees and everything out there. So a little bit later, this car goes by, and the woman was looking out the window at the house, laughing. She was having a good time. And I looked out the window, and there David was, facing the road, in the middle of the driveway, peeing. Facing the road, you know, not out back where nobody would have seen him.
Oh, that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart. For as rich as you are, it's much better by
There's a pond not far from where we live, maybe a quarter of a mile, and all the neighborhood kids would go swimming there.
You remember that?
Oh yes, it was fun. A little trail we used to walk down, and
We'd be there until 5 p.m. Sometimes we come home for lunch. Other times we just have such a great time. We just wouldn't come home until 5 or 6, have dinner. And by about 7 or 8 o'clock, I was so tired.
among the
he'll try anything, whether he thinks he can do it or not, and he'll, I think, succeed pretty much.
Well, I figure online dating might not be a bad idea, and lo and behold, it actually turned out to be probably one of the best ideas I ever had.
I looked for a couple of days, and then I came upon David.
I was kind of just like, well, what am I going to do here? I don't really, I kind of like to be able to check people out before I actually have to meet them in person.
He was the only person to whom I sent my profile.
Why did you send it to him?
He had a picture of himself with his cat.
I tried so.
He was stalking. He was stalking the store, actually.
I believe it was a Friday.
I kind of warned the girls all day that, okay, I'm going to have a date today, so he's going to come in. I've not seen him before.
I'd taken the day off to run some errands and whatnot, basically get ready to meet her. So I drove up, parked on Water Street, and walked into the store. Just kind of walked around a little while, walked up and down a couple of aisles, just checked some stuff out.
And I look over while I'm behind the counter talking to girls, and I see this person back too in the candy department. And I thought, when I was up here before, like an hour ago, I saw that guy in here. Huh.
Then walked downstairs, basically just acting like a customer. Nobody really knew who I was. They weren't expecting necessarily anybody, unless Stacy actually told them to expect somebody around a certain time. But
so I go downstairs, and I'm looking around because there's nobody else downstairs. And I'm trying to think, why would a guy go downstairs in the wedding and baby department? So I go around the corner and I see him in the sale area, sort of around the corner, and I wasn't sure.
She said my name. I said, yeah, Stacy. Yep. And that was it.
So I said, David. And he came around the corner and he just gave me this smile. And I said, I knew it was you! And I immediately went up and gave him a hug. Chloe's used to being an only child. So she was fine with it, I think, but I don't know.
She's not really one to stir the pot, though. Well, Fergie pretty much just commanded the room because she likes to be the center of attention, but quietly at the same time.
When our youngest came along, she tended to, being young, want to play, and therefore drew them in.
Yeah, that's true. She was a troublemaker. Still is a troublemaker, too.
Oh, yes. The youngest children always are. I've been so pleased with the way that they just seem to sort of go off together, and they really seem to get along and confide in each other. Sometimes I'll look around and I don't even know where they've gone. It's just perfect now. Wouldn't you say?
It's like they were always together.
Best friends?
Absolutely. They play, they never fight. It's wonderful. We've really blended the family so well. Ooh, you make me live. Whatever this world can give to me. Enough! Enough with the fighting. You two need to get along. Oh, you're the best friend that I ever had. I've been with you such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings are true. I really love you. Oh, you're my best friend.
Hello, I'm Beaner. I'm a diva. Guess who I learned that from? This is David. He just married my mother. And he brought some baggage.
You good enough to eat?
It was a large suitcase. They think we like this.
Hello. Hello, honey.
Okay. Where's Mommy? You don't know? And then there's this secret language. We have no idea what they're saying.
Hello, honey. What are you doing, sweetie? Hello. Come to see your mommy. Come to see your mommy. Hello, honey.
Time it takes to feed me, 2 minutes.
I'm coming, sweetheart.
Time it takes to put on your makeup, 2 hours.
I'm on my way.
Time it takes to claw up your ottoman, 2 seconds. Despite the scuffles, the kissing, the endless unwanted attention, our family has blended nicely. I love my mom, my dad, and my siblings. And remember, this is what Yahoo Personals can do for your nightlife.
I'm so happy for you, and I can't wait for you to spend the rest of your lives together, because marriage is a wonderful thing, and I know you two are going to be so happy together.
Wish them both the best of luck. I know that they'll have a wonderful wedding, a wonderful marriage, a wonderful life together, and I couldn't be happier for my big sister.
It's just a pleasure to see them together. They're like soulmates.
He's irreverent like me. He appreciates the same basic humor that I do, and has the same basic value structure that I do. In addition to that, he's adorable.
She understands me, and she helps me get through the low times and celebrates the high times with me, and just she's like my right hand or my left hand or half of my soul.